Welcome to Africa Sportsman Show. As you can see behind me, one of the most iconic trees that you do get in Africa, the boabab tree. We're standing between Musina and Tshipise. So if you go check on a map, that is right at the northern part of South Africa where we border Zimbabwe. This is a extremely good spot to look for some good eland. We've been here before. My luck was out on that trip. As you can see, it is quite green and it is quite luscious here. So the idea is to try and catch the bulls off guard where they try and sneak in between the cows, that time of the year for them. So in winter time, the bulls tend to form bachelor herds, 2, 3, 5 or whatever bulls together. And they are quite skittish, and it is then a little bit more open. There's a lot of leaves on the ground that makes stalking difficult. So the idea in hunting, when hunting in summer, is that you use the vegetation to your advantage and you use the size of the herd to your advantage. So we're going to try and sneak in between a herd or two and look for some good bulls. We saw some decent tracks yesterday. We were on the track of 2 very big eland bulls. What we could see from examining the tracks, the size of the tracks was pretty fresh, but the sun caught up with us, sunset. So we had to call it a day. Quickly on the setup I'm using, this is my own 458 lot. Me and Anke decided on this project a few years ago. It was finished about 2 years ago and been postponing the hunt, or to hunt something with it. So this is in a 458 lot. This is what we call our CZ Rainforest. According to Anke, this is the exact spec if you wanna have a proper big caliber that can stop something like a forest buffalo or a forest elephant. So in a 458 caliber, magazine capacity is quite important here for the guys walking in the rainforest. Yeah, it's also an advantage because it is quite thick. There's a lot of stuff that can grab hold of an ammo belt or bino or whatever. So up there in the rainforest, they don't use anything like a bino or extra pouch. So five down in the magazine, shooting a 450 grain bullet at 2.2. And then normally shoot this gun open sights, but there's a telescope manufacturer that asked us to test the scope for them. So we've got about 500 rounds through the scope on 4 different big bore guns. It's holding up quite nicely. It's tracking beautifully, and it's a proper big aim scope. It's a 1:8 magnification, 1:8 by 24. It's got illuminated reticle, a nice and thick German number 4 type reticle. So really a great setup. Short and stubby. Works well in these thick conditions. So hopefully we can catch up to some eland. We're going to use this road. This is more or less it's about 1 kilometer from where we stopped last night. So trying to pick up some eland bull tracks overnight can be a lost cause. They can be miles and miles ahead. So we're going to walk this road in between these nice and big trees, and then we find something that looks worthwhile crossing the road, go from there. It's quite a big herd that crossed over here. But as you can see in the tracks, it's a lot of females and young ones. Can't find a bull track with them, which is strange because normally this time of the year all the herds has a bull or 2 or 3 in it. Okay, so we found one decent track. Doesn't look very old. Let me show you here. There's the 458 lot cartridge next to it. So it's quite big. The sand is not that soft. See, it's not that soft. So one thing you must look out for, if the sand is really soft and the track is quite big, it can be that the heavy weight of the animal indents the sand a little bit more. But if the sand is pretty hard like this, you can more or less guess that it's a decent animal. So that's quite a good eland bull track. So we're just waiting for our tracker. He's scanning the area, walking into the bush a little bit, so we're going to have to determine where they go, which is not that difficult because it's a big herd. And then another nice advantage is with the dew. now in the morning. So wherever the eland go, you know, they kick up the sand and it makes a nice red imprint. And because it's a big herd like this, you'll be able to follow it quickly through the bush. And what I've learned from the trackers over the years is don't focus on this bull track too hard. Try and catch up a little bit, stay on this eland group's tracks. And what they will do, what the trackers will do is, they will every now and again just scout and check and see if the bull is still in the herd. And you can catch up a little bit. They reckon these animals must have crossed here right about sunrise, which is more or less hour and a half back. Okay, so this track looks good. We're gonna take this. It's only one bull in this whole herd. Heading this way. Sun on our backs. See all these branches? This is probably from last year. But those two branches and these two. The Mopani leaves them, the eland bulls, when they get into the rut. They break these Mopani branches. And obviously they feed off it as well, and nice new green leaves, but it's part of what they do. They sharpen their horns and they demonstrate their strength by breaking these or snap them like twigs. Mopani is a strong tree. Been on the tracks for just over 4 hours now, but it's heating up, so it's getting more difficult to follow the spoor as the soil hardens up and heats up. So we've lost it again. There's some other eland tracks covering this lone bull track we've been following, so we're leaving a tracker for a minute or two just to get his bearings. And then we'll see. But if we can't pick up this bull spoor again, I think we'll call it for the morning. It's going to get very hot today. 33, 34, 35 degrees here in Musina, which is actually quite cool for this time of the year. It can get low to mid 40s even. So the weather is actually quite nice. There's a light breeze. And we've been walking into the breeze this whole morning, but just lost the spoor now. Just spotted a few eland walking down the road, some waterbuck as well. Just checking the wind. The wind off to the left. I think what we're going to do is we're going to get into the bush here and just walk in that direction. There's only 3 that we saw, so hopefully the rest of the herd is still on the side. It's still about 500-600 meters, so got no tracks to go on, so let's just give it a bash, walk in that direction, and let's see what happens. We're gonna use the road as well. It's quite thick, so we're gonna walk in the bush every now and again, just pop out and see. Maybe if they cross the road, we can maybe get a nice decent shot of the sticks. Otherwise, hopefully we pick up some tracks and we can follow them into the wind. Okay, Wilson, we're going there. Unless you won't find. Okay, so we've lost that bull track into this herd, but he's still running with the herd. So we're about 30-40 strong, and the tracks, I've just looked with a bino. The track keeps on continuing with this road, so I'm gonna try and use the road to catch up a little bit. We'll see from there. Hopefully we come back into the road and we can get a shot, because yes, in here it's quite thick. We've bumped that big bull. We were on his tracks, but there's just no way you can get a shot. And the problem is the animals see you within 60, 70, 80 paces. But to get a shot in here, especially here, past 30 meters, is going to be tough. There's something going over there. outside Kudu. Oh, so we're gonna work this road and see what happens. Okay, well that's it for the day. Put in a few miles the last 2 days, but that's eland hunting for you, number one, and number two, doing it here in the one of the hottest areas in South Africa is not easy. So hopefully we get lucky tomorrow. 2 wonderful days, a lot of walking. Definitely feed off this evening. And we were on our way back to our pickup point and walking with the sun behind us. The wind is in our faces. And we saw one eland walk across the road. We're just gonna hang tight a little bit. Hopefully it's more than one. It was a young bull. Stopped in the middle of the road, looked at us and he walked on. We didn't spook him. The wind is perfect. I'm gonna hang around for 10-15 minutes. It's about 10 minutes left. Sunlight left before sunset. So one last try. Sun is setting. 2 hour days in the field on the sticks waiting for an eland and a kudu pops out, so making the best of the 2 days. Keep looking for eland tomorrow. Shot felt pretty good, obviously solid off the sticks, and when he sped away I could see the bullet hole on the shoulder, so we're gonna give him a few minutes. Try and recover. Okay, getting some decent blood. Actually hear it go down. Yes. What a day. Hierso, daar. So here's it. It was a quick call. It's a nice mature bull, but not very good genetics, so it's always a good idea. We consume every gram of meat in South Africa, whatever we hunt, and this is prime meat. So sure the landowner will be happy, and at least we got something for the 2 days of hard work. Let's go and check. Yeah, shot is on the money, and this is exactly the call made through the scope. It's a good bull to take out. Not very good genes, so he's out of the pool, and he'll definitely fill the freezer. Well, that's it for day 2. This is what we call Limpopo lesser kudu. Yeah, it's a nice bull to harvest, and a proper meat bull. The finger was itching with a new 458 lot Rainforest. I'm glad it worked out. 450 grain bullet whistled out at the end, at the back. Nice clean kill, very happy with it. Hopefully we can get our eland tomorrow. Well, good morning. Our final day here at Bullets and Arrow Safaris in Musina. We're still looking for that eland. We had 2 wonderful days of hunting. Always special hunting in these beautiful Mopani veld and with this amazing boabab trees here at the back. But yeah, the eland has been eluding us. We did manage to get a management kudu bull late afternoon. Little bit of a consolation prize, but that's not what we came for. So morale is still high. The sun is, I think it's about a half an hour before sunrise, so we're out nice and early. What seemed to be working the last 2 days is checking the main roads for eland tracks. Yes, they've been they've been busy and they've been moving, and there seems to be one bull with every single herd track we get. There's a bull in, and then sometimes the bull wanders off, as we've seen, and we follow the bull track, and later he joins again. So, but yeah, eland hunting is a lot of walking. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to start from here. I think this road is about 10 kilometers long, if I'm not mistaken, from here. So we're gonna just work this road. Yesterday morning we walked 400-500 meters, and we got very fresh eland tracks crossing the road. So I think that'll be the same plan for the morning, wasn't it? Yes. Just go onto the road and we start walking, and hopefully we pick up some good tracks. All right, let's go. Shot went well. Eland made a good jump. Yes, we were walking for 200-300 meters, and as we wanted to enter this road, we want to check, the eland just came out. There was a bunch of calves, even a few giraffes in between, and they started walking, and this whole thing played out in my mind as we saw yesterday. It's just a bunch of tracks going over the road, and then at some stage a bull track pops out. So we were checking them, and at the end the bull popped out. Got the shakes a little bit, but at least on the sticks this was about, I don't know, 140. So it's a longish shot, but yeah, the scope we're testing went well, or worked well. It was on a 6 magnification. These no disc sticks or shooting sticks are steady as hell. So the shot looked good. He reacted good, made a big jump. So I think we're gonna give him a few minutes and give my tracker a smoke break, and then from there on we'll follow up. I think what we do is we go to where the impact was, Wilson. We check if we see some blood. Just give it 15 minutes, eh? But the shot looked good, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. It's just amazing, the activity of eland here. I mean, just look at this road. So again, like we said yesterday, once we bumped that bull, this is as fresh as it gets. But I mean, look at this road. This is the exact same road we came home with last night. So here you can see the vehicle's tracks. But I mean, just check at all these eland tracks. So yeah, well, we've been lucky this morning to get a shot in. I really hope the shot is on the money. It certainly looked like that. But yeah, that's just how it goes. I mean, walk 2 days, 25-26 kilometers, and on day 3 we're still waiting for the sun. Have a shot in on eland. So yeah, hopefully we can get a decent blood squirt. Wilson is almost there, just before that boabab tree where the shot went off. So let's have a look. So this is supposed to be the track we sped off. So here you can see, I mean, this is where all the young ones, I don't know, we maybe saw 30 really young eland calves, a few months old, went over the road here. So this is where the bull sped away, Wilson. Okay, just gonna look for blood. daar hier. We're on the tracks. About 100 meters in. And still no blood, so started worrying, but we saw him standing in the bushes here. So put in a backup shot. Did sped off again, so hopefully you think all goes well, and 100 meters later you start worrying, but at least he stood there in the bushes, so I'm gonna give him another 5 or 10 minutes. Still waiting for the sun to come. There's the sun coming now. Whew. Okay, we found a little bit of blood here. This is where he sped off now the second time. And, there's some decent here as well. Yeah. Okay. Oh, there we go. So now the second shot. Yes, it was a snapshot. Wilson just showed me, and I don't think the camera was rolling. And took the shot, took a massive hit, and he sped off. So, but yeah, with this amount of blood, Wilson. Go. Thanks, Wilson. There's the sun coming up over the Musina bushveld. Yes, nice old guy. I wonder what the age is on this bull. Difficult to guess now, but it is a decent bull. Obviously the one that was strong enough to operate with a herd this time of the year. So yeah, it's a challenging hunt. Sometimes you get these bulls walking alone, but this time of the year normally, and that's why we came here and tried for them, because you do find them a little bit easier because they are with the herds. What I've learned this week is that once they're in these herds, you know, you think a bull drop his guard when he's with the cows this time of the year, but yeah, the last 2 days was a lot of walking and a lot of bumping these Eland, and yeah, I think luck's also got a big part to play here. We all know that in hunting, it's you have to have some luck as well. But yeah, no, I'm very happy, very happy. Can't wait to get this bullet back. Can't wait to flip him over. We're gonna have to wait for the rest of the team. I don't think me and Wilson is adequate to flip this bull over. But yeah, Wilson, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Appreciate your hard work these 3 days. Not the first time we hunt together. Last time we did not get our Eland, but got it now in summertime. Luckily we got him before 6 o'clock in the morning. Not sweating today like yesterday. Thanks a lot. Well guys, that's it. Another successful hunting trip, another successful adventure here on Africa Sportsman Show. I mean, what a privilege, and what a story to come and collect the Eland in the middle of summertime in one of South Africa's most hottest areas. I mean, I'm sweating like crazy, and it's just from putting an Eland up for a trophy picture yesterday. I don't know how many liters of sweat poured out, but yeah, it was hard work. It was a tough hunt, but it was a very enjoyable hunt. I mean, it was walking through these Mopani. 3 days ago we had some nice and cool weather with a little bit of cloud cover coming in, and yesterday it heated up, and today the forecast is, I think, almost 40 degrees centigrade. So yeah, it's it's a marvelous area. These Mopani veld with this big boabab trees. It's just very special to hunt here, and to hunt a special animal like a big mature black-faced Eland bull like this. It just makes it more special. So the setup worked very well. This 458 lot Rainforest Hanke, it's on the money. Let me tell you that this thing carries like a charm. We did test out this 1:8 scope for the manufacturer. Obviously worked well. A 1:8 magnification with the red dot and the German number 4 reticle. So the whole setup just works. Shooting 450 grain bullets at 2200 feet per second. We deliberately reloaded to that velocity so that the client can work with the gun as well. And it was deadly. I mean, we found the bullet on the money on the opposite side. Broke the left hand shoulder. I don't know if you can see the entry wound there, but it was on the money, and this Eland bull still managed 100 yards before I bumped him again, and then just put in an insurance shot that brought him down. I did start to worry. Did not bleed, which is quite rare because the shot was good. But yeah, this killing shed will learn a little more. Definitely getting the bullet back opened up very nicely. So yeah, absolutely stoked. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for tuning into Africa Sportsman Show. We'll see you at the next hunt.